Muli na namang nagbabalik ang inyong pregame, halftime at postgame show. This is your X's and O's ArenaPlus Live, sama-sama sa Arena. We are moments away from game number 3 of the PBA Commissioner's Cup semifinals, the matchup between Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and of course Northport Batang Pierre. Lamang itong Barangay Ginebra, 2-0 in this best of 7, and we will be breaking down the key performers in just a bit. But before that, we'd like to remind everybody to follow our social media accounts at ArenaPlus PH on X, TikTok, and Instagram, and ArenaPlus on Facebook. And do also check out www.arenaplus.ph to join our more than 600,000 active fans, ang ating ArenaPlus community, para supportan ang inyong mga paboritong players at koponan. Now we get back to our distinguished gentlemen here on the panel. 3-time PBA champion coach and 3-time PBA coach of the year, Coach RG, Ryan Gregorio. And to my far left, one of the PBA's 40 greatest, Coach Ronnie Magsanoc. Coach RG, it's been a one-sided affair so far. Of course, Coach Tim Cohen, he's got things handled in this series sa ngayon.
Hindi makahanap ng antidote, walang gamot itong Northport dito sa rampaging Barangay Ginebra. Whatever Barangay Ginebra wanted to do, they were able to do in the first 2 games. Hirap na hirap talaga itong Northport. And the biggest reward, to be honest with you, kaya maganda yung nilalaro nitong Barangay Ginebra, is yung bang reward na binibigay nila kay Justin Brownlee. You know what, this point, Coach Ronnie, rest is the best gift that you can give to Justin Brownlee. Hindi kinakailangan mag-heavy lifting si JB. Bakit? Dahil napakaganda ng nilalaro ng kanyang mga local teammates.
Coach Ronnie, Northport entered this matchup as the #1 team after the elimination round, but the semis is an entirely different animal.
Correct, especially we talk about their offense. And as we mentioned, at the end of the game number 2, defensive pivot has to be top of mind para dito sa Northport. At sinabi ito mismo ni Joshua Monson, masyadong madali ang mga tira ng Ginebra, masyadong komportable ang Gin Kings laban sa kanilang depensa. Kaya kahit siya ay na-disqualify because of personal fouls, happy siya because at least the effort that they showed in the last 2 quarters were enough to propel them to at least a rally at one point in that match. Something that they would like to bring over here to game number 3 to try and put a paradigm shift in their mindset that it's not going to be offense that's going to beat Ginebra eventually, but their defensive tenacity or effort that they need to put in the remaining matches of the series.
Coach Ryan, Barangay Ginebra scored a total of 119 points in game number 2, 31 of which coming from Japeth Aguilar.
Exceptional performance para rito kay Japeth Aguilar, especially in the semifinals. He is just simply unstoppable. We all know na mature na ito si Japeth Aguilar, and he is proving na yun talaga yung kanyang edge. That is the biggest advantage that he has at this point. But what is so amazing is the fact that he even elevated his game from 11.6 points per ball game in the quarterfinals all the way to 21 points per game here in the first 2 games sa semifinals. And you've said it, 31 big points in game 2. And ang mas nakakabilib doon is umuopensa na siya, dumidepensa pa siya. Kaya nga naman yung nabanggit ko kanina, hindi masyadong kinakailangan yung haba ng minuto, pati yung scoring production ni Justin Brownlee. Nakakapahinga, kakailanganin kasi nila si Justin Brownlee, a fresh Justin Brownlee here in the latter part of the semifinals. And if they are blessed and lucky, all the way to the finals.
Now let's go over to the other side and talk about Northport Batang Pierre. 2 names that we have been mentioning all throughout the conference, Joshua Monzon and Arvin Tolentino. Unfortunately, it's been subpar for the duo here in the semifinals. Will Navarro, though, a bright spot para sa koponan ni Coach Bonitan. He's averaging 15.5 points per contest.
Well, Ginebra's defense has zeroed in on the top 2 local scorers in Monzon and Arvin Tolentino. And this has freed up William Navarro, was come off the bench to do some workhorse of a load for this young unit. He scored over 10 points in that game 2 loss, and in the semis, he has nearly doubled his scoring output. This is a former UAAP champion. Also was a member of the national team. Knows what it takes to get the job done. Kaya lang, bata pa. But he has to mature as quickly as possible. Work both ways. On offense, deliver the constant points. On defense, sabi nga ni Coach Ryan, di depensa na o opensa pa. But it has to be that way if you want to become a full-fledged star, if you want to upend the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings.
So there you have it mga ka-arena, our pre-game breakdown dito sa Bakbakang Barangay Ginebra at Northport Batang Pierre. In just a bit, we will begin game number 3 of this PBA semifinals matchup in the Commissioner's Cup. For Coach Ronnie Magsanoc, Coach Ryan Gregorio, I'm Anton Roxas. We'll see you at the half. This is your X's and O's ArenaPlus Live, sama-sama sa Arena.
Sa ArenaPlus.
Tapos ba pumapaldo kayo together?
Oo naman.
Yes, let's go!
Siyempre.
Let's
May
go!
betting squad siya. So, paano mo naman nasisigurado na sumusunod ka at ang mga ka-close mong kabet or ka-astig na you are doing responsible gaming?
Ayan. We are betting responsibly by, alam mo yun, binibet lang namin kung ano yung mga extra namin.
Tama.
Ayan. Tsaka we're not going sa limit namin. Kung
Dapat
ayun lang, kung ano kaya
tularan.
namin, yun lang. For
Dapat
fun lang
tularan.
rin talaga.
Plus aura points for Kim. Thank you so much. Ka-astig na Kim sa pag-share mo, of
Thank you
course,
po,
na
thank you,
iyong
thank you.
strategies. Before we let you go, baka meron kang gustong i-shoutout, please.
Ayan,
Go
gusto ko
ahead.
lang rin shout out sa family ko, ayan, sa girlfriend ko kay Aya. And sa friends ko. Ayan, yun sa family ko na rin. Lahat-lahat sila.
Grabe. Thank you naman dyan. Ang dami-dami na ring kabet dito.
Correct.
At yan.
Ayan,
Salamat
thank you.
sa
Thank you
iyo.
so much,
Thank you,
Kim.
thank you.
And
And
good
of course,
luck.
we will see you and enjoy the rest of the game. Mahaba-haba pa ang ating game. And ito na,
And for
itutuloy na natin.
now, itutuloy na natin
Let us
ang
bet.
ating yarn. Scroll na
bet.
natin. Let's do over-under.
Okay.
So since ang score natin, 64-40, total 104 times 2, 108. Times 2, 208. Nasaan na yung over-under natin? Nasa taas ata. Nasa taas ata.
I'm so lost, but I'm gonna
Wait,
believe
scroll
you.
up please. Yan.
Ayan, okay.
208. Wait, gawin nating 200. Under 208.5.
Okay, and we're sure about that.
A little bit.
A little, okay. Okay,
Kung-
I'll take that. I'll take
Kung
that.
sunod-sunod yung ganitong score, feel ko ganyan lang.
Okay.
Anyway, 200.
200. And
Bet.
bet.
Ayan. So kung manalo tayo, yan yung payout natin,
This is what we'll have.
384.
Once again, mga ka-astig, mahaba pa po ang game natin. We have 2 more quarters to go. So bet lang ng bet. Go, go, go na. And when we return, simulcast na ulit tayo on RPTV, PBA Rush, and Pilipinas Live app for the breakdown of the first half sa X's and O's ArenaPlus Live with Anton Roxas and Coach Ryan Gregorio.
Bye! See you later, alligator!
Nagbabalik ang ating live coverage sa PBA Rush at sa RPTV at syempre sa ArenaPlus app. Ito po ang inyong X's and O's, ArenaPlus Live, sama-sama sa Arena. Ang ating tala at the half, 64 para sa Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, 40 lamang para sa Northport Batang Pierre na patuloy na naghahanap ng solusyon para kay Justin Brownlee and company. But Coach Ryan, it's been a difficult time for the team of Coach Bonitan in this entire series, including this game.
It is definitely not looking good, especially on the defensive end. We've played a total of 10 quarters so far, and 6 of the 10 quarters, Barangay Ginebra were able to score 30 or more points in 12 minutes. They led by as many as 30 points in Game 1, as many as 35 points in Game 2, and 27 in the first 2 quarters of Game 3. There's simply a lack of energy, lack of intensity, and lack of urgency on the part of Northport. They really have to do something good in terms of their defensive coverages.
Now, in terms of playing together, Barangay Ginebra is doing just that as they have tallied 16 assists in the first half. And we're going to see on display, the ball will end up in the hands of none other than JB, Justin Brownlee.
It happened on the weak side. That is where they initiated their offense. And on the ball reversal, Justin Brownlee found himself open for a 3-point shot. He only scored 10 points in Game 2. only played 34 minutes because he was supposed to rest in that game dahil malaki na yung lamang nila. But now he has a total of 17 points on a 4 out of 4 shooting from the three-point area. We go to the board right now and see where the defense bogged down for Northport. First, again, the initiation is on this side. Pass by Malonzo to Mariano. This is where it broke down. This down screen on the scissors action on the ball side involving Malonzo and Hanmisi. Unfortunately, for this guy right here, Monzon, he was caught by the screen. And as a result, he was late on his coverage. And as soon as he used the screen, the ball was passed to him. This is a Hanmisi. This is Nelly. He was forced to help out and he lost his vision of his original man. So what happened here was when the ball was given to Abarientos, he was late. This guy right here was forced to help out a little bit. And in this quick ball reversal, he was already late. Again, we've been saying this for much of the time. On target, on-time pass, Justin Brownlee in rhythm from his three-point shots.
Easy money for Justin Brownlee. 17 points to lead or all Barangay Ginebra scorers in this contest. 17 din si Kadim Jack, but only 2 points in the second quarter as we see right here, the three-pointer.
They have to play better defense. They have to communicate better. Again, I've said this at the top of our coverage. Whatever Barangay Ginebra wanted to do, they were able to do offensively. So there has to be pressure on the ball. There has to be constant communication, constant closeouts and challenges just to make Barangay Ginebra hesitate from the three-point area. Anton, that's 8 out of 11 from deep. That is a very hard thing to do. That is very hard to stop from the lens of Northport.
Let's see, they are desperately searching for answers in this series. We still have another half to play. So we'll turn it back over to the panels, RPTV at sa PBA Rush. And of course, shout out sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa ArenaPlus app. This has been your X's and O's ArenaPlus Live. We'll see you after the game. Sama-sama sa Arena. Nagbabalik ang ating live coverage ng PBA Commissioner's Cup Semifinals at mga ka-arena. Kakatapos lamang po ng bakbakang Barangay Ginebra San Miguel at Northport Batang PR kung saan nagtagumpay ang barangay 127-100. Anton Roxas po para sa X's and O's ArenaPlus Live. And before we get to our post-game discussion, paalala lamang po, do follow our social media accounts at ArenaPlus PH on X, TikTok, and Instagram. And of course, like and follow na rin po sa Facebook, search Arena Plus. And do log on to www.arenaplus.ph to join our more than 600,000 active Arena Plus fans para supportahan ang inyong mga paboritong players at koponan. I'm still here with Coach Ryan Gregorio and Coach Ronnie Magsanoc. Gentlemen, in game number 1, nakapagtala ng 115 points ang barangay. Game number 2, 119. Dito naman sa game number 3, a whopping 127 points.
Oh, what we're seeing is a deflated team right now itong Northport. Hindi talaga sila makahanap ng sagot. Specifically on defense dahil yung execution ng Barangay Ginebra very sharp. Yun ang nawala dito sa Northport. Yung 2-week break natin na problema talaga sila. Hindi na nila makuha yung kanilang kumpiyansa sa paglalaro. They allowed Ginebra to shoot close to 55% from the 2-point area. A whopping 58% from the 3-point area. So that means interior defense problematic for Northport. Rushing out and challenging shots from the outside. Also, one thing that they have not been doing well in this series. And the other aspects, of course, is Coach Ronnie, rebounding. Something
Sobra.
that pag makita mo dapat lamang ang Northport pero in this series, in the first 3 games, talagang walang maipakitang positives itong Northport.
Shocking. 51 rebounds para sa Barangay Ginebra, 33 lamang para sa Northport. And in each and every game dito sa ating serye, the 3 games so far, we've had a different best player. In game number 1, it was Troy Rosario. Last game, Japeth Aguilar exploded for 31 points. In this game, Coach Ronnie, Jamie Malonzo, 25 points.
And this is the kind of collective balance that Ginebra brought in here in the Final Four. That is the reason why it's so tough for Northport to match up with them. Ang lalim ng rotation from the starters to the second unit. Everybody can score almost in double figures. And with Northport's offense, not at par with what they showed in the elimination matches, it has been an uphill climb for them to be able to at least threaten Barangay Ginebra in the series.
Well, the positive thing for Coach Bonitan and Northport, and they have to remain positive because their backs are against the wall. They have 2 full days of practice para paghandaan ang game number 4, which will take place right back here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum this coming Wednesday. Yan po ang ating schedule. March 5, game number 4, first game tip-off scheduled at 5 p.m. It will be Barangay Ginebra San Miguel versus Northport Batang Pier. That's game number 4. Ginebra leads the series 3-0. At sa kabilang panig naman, nakaisa itong rain or shine, winning game number 3 earlier today against TNT. But TNT still leads that series 2-1. That game is scheduled to tip off at 7:30 p.m. Final thoughts, Coach RG and Coach Ronnie, bago tayo magpaalam.
It's actually a very difficult situation right now for Northport. Only one team has come back from a 0-3 deficit. And you all remember that, Coach Ronnie, the miracle of San Miguel against Alaska. But that was in the finals. But it has been done before. So as far as Northport is concerned, they just have to slow the game down, break it down into quarters, further break it down into possessions. They have to make sure that they're still at a positive note, at least mentally, para lang makabalik sila at magkaroon lang ng magandang laban dahil talagang in the first 3 games, Anton, up 30, game 1, up 35, game 2. Ngayon, tumaas ng pinakamalaki ng 38 points. Minsan, pride na yung tinatamaan eh. So yung kailangan talaga, magkaroon ng kumpiyansa itong Northport na dumikit lamang kontra Barangay Ginebra.
At napaka-importante na lumaban ka mula umpisa hanggang dulo. Kasi ganun din naman eh. Kung hindi ka man mananalo sa tingin mo, importante mapaniwala mong sarili mo na yung kakayahan na ipinamalas nyo doon sa elimination phase, it matters. Because it really did. They were the top team heading to the semis, and that's one thing that they can rely in terms of just trying to stay alive. At tama ka, 48 hours to come and prepare for the 4th match. Doon naman sa isang serye natin, anything can happen in that series. And again, the Jason Castro factor is something that TNT is hoping that they can survive. While that is something that Rain or Shine will continue to pounce on. And we saw it, especially in the last 2 quarters, wherein TNT really sorely missed the leadership, the playmaking, and of course, the clutch decisions and the clutch plays of Jason Castro.
Well, with that said, that wraps up another eventful day here in the association as we conclude tonight's coverage of the PBA 49th season semifinals in the Commissioner's Cup. Maraming salamat muli sa lahat ng mga nanood all throughout the day and the night. I'd like to remind everybody to follow our social media accounts at ArenaPlus PH on X, TikTok, and Instagram. And of course, Facebook. Look up ArenaPlus. We'd like to say thank you as well to our ArenaPlus hosts, Kristine San Agustin, and of course, Sofia Jahrling. If you want to see more of them, do download the ArenaPlus app. And if you haven't, because dun nyo sila mapapanood and you can get in the game as well. So for Kristine, Sofia, of course, our partners here on the panel, Coach Ronnie Magsanoc and Coach Ryan Gregorio. Ako po si Anton Roxas. Nagpapasalamat sa inyong panonood. This has been your coverage of the PBA's 49th season right here sa X's and O's ArenaPlus Live, presented by ArenaPlus. Sama-sama sa Arena!
Sa Arena Plus.